Hey everybody, I am late today. We are super late, but we're out here today. We try our best to stream on Saturdays and Sundays if you're new, and usually I'm out here a lot earlier, but things got a little bit out of order. We did a run this morning, and then now wife and I went to breakfast, and now we're back in the backyard. So unfortunately, it's hot. Hey Chloe, what's going on? It's hot right now, so we we're gonna do our best. I think today we are still working on our new contraption here. So if you haven't seen it yet, this is my puppy's new solution for having fresh water whenever they want to. This little thing, it has a hose that connects to the faucet here, and of course I need to do some work and probably put a. You know what? I think I actually have a little bitty here. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. If not, I'll just do it later. I'll do it later. But I'm cutting on the faucet now. But see how it has a drip. I really don't want it to drip like that. But anyway, there's water going directly from, and that's the reason why, because I don't want them to be more interested in the leak. I want them to be interested in what I bought them. But this thing, the way it works is that the hose comes in the back of this, and you can kind of see the little contraption has a spring in there, and so of course the dog steps on it, and yeah, Chloe, it doesn't quite. I mean, it looks pretty sealed in here. I probably should tighten it up a little bit more in the back, but for the most part, the water's on full blast right now. The only reason why I think there's a leak right here is I probably need to put another washer in there to seal it up a little bit more. But anyways, the point is that I want my dogs to come out, and let me show you how it works. When they step on it, obviously water comes out the holes, and then since y'all know, well, Chloe may know, but a couple people that are on the channel know that my Rottweiler is really, she loves water. She loves to play with water. So I thought this would be a lot of fun for her. At least, I think the Cane Corso probably can have fun with it because he likes to bite on my sprinkler heads. So I think this could be even cool for him. But I'm trying to start off enticing her to use it because it still kind of freaks her out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to work with her today. She did pretty well last time, but I really want to see her have fun with this today. So guess what I got, guys? I got high dollar treats. So we're going to try to incorporate that to see if she will accept the treat and maybe even step on it today, or at least start to like it a little more. And I try a little bit with him too, the Cane Corso. I think he'll have fun too. I don't know, Chloe. I'm not sure. You're the first one today. So he loves the leak. But I think if he gets a hold of this and gets a hang of it, I think he'll have fun. But let's see if I can get her to come first. We'll start with Storm. Come here, Stormy. Come here, baby. So I'm gonna try to give her a treat if she steps on it, or maybe what I'll do is whoever steps on it first, I'll give them the positive feedback with the treat. Milkman says dog. Okay, so yeah, they smell the treat, so they know I'll have it. Okay, but now I'm gonna try to associate. In order to get this is what you got to do. Okay. Oh, good job. He stepped on an accident. Good job, big boy. Here, come here. Good job. Let's see if I can reward that. Step on it. Step here. Come on. I know you want it. I know you want the treat, but let me show you how to get it. You got to put your foot here. This right here. Good job, girl. Good. She's got her foot on it. She don't even care about the water. Who's gonna get it? Too much. This is a Cane Corso and this is a Rottweiler. You can have it, but you got to step on it. Step on it. Put your foot. Put your foot here. She's like, what do you want me to do, Daddy? What do you want me to do? I got to have that treat. The foot goes here, baby. Almost. Put this here. On that. Good girl. Good. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Here. I think she had more positive feedback just by having the water. Yeah, she's giving me her foot. Okay, put it down. Come here, baby. I think she's almost better just putting her foot on there and just, she's almost has it. Yeah, too much. I got one Rottweiler and one Cane Corso. Not too bad. There you go. Hey, this is actually the longest I've seen her step on it. That is a cute name. No, so Stormy and Storm and Rottweiler. Oh my God, Storm and Rain. My brain wasn't working because I'm trying to watch them do this whole little thing here. Let's see if the Cane Corso would step on it. Come here, big boy. Let me have your foot. Let me have your foot. Give me your paw. Can you step on it? No, he does not like this, y'all. Look at that. He's pulling back. So that's why I think the Rottweiler has a better chance of maybe using this more than he would. Well, it was worth a shot. So I think what I'll do is we'll try it again later on today. And maybe right now, maybe we'll just work on a few commands because we have not done commands in a while. Storm, and I'm trying to do this in the shade. Hopefully the internet stays active. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, so now he's here. So Rain, you know what I want you to do, buddy? Rain, sit over here. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Oh yeah, I got your attention. I got both of y'all's attention. Yeah, so I use like 1,000 nicknames, guys. So if y'all hear something more than Storm and Rain, it's because and they respond to them all. She wants to stay in the shade. That's why she's moving back. Storm, come here. Sit. Good girl. So I've been working with her for a while, so she's really good at this game. I'm not sure why she's getting up. Rain, here. Sit. Good boy, good boy. So the sits are pretty easy. I mean, I think they've gotten it down pretty good. Now she's over there. Now here's the real question. Can I get them to stay? Here, I'm gonna try recall with the Cane Corso. Rain, come. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Sit. Good boy, good boy. Now here we go, guys. Let's see if this works. Rain, stay. Rain, come. Good boy. And I'm glad the Rottweilers say, Storm, come. Good girl. Yeah. Guys, this is like some basic stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything crazy, but, and this is stuff that she's been doing for a long time. It's just good to reinforce those things because if you don't reinforce them, they lose those skills. And it's very important for them to have some basic things like recall, sit and stay. A lot of that is mainly for their own safety. When you want your dog to come and you need them to come to keep them from, running out in the street or whatever, they need to have those commands under their belt. So that's always a good thing to keep those skills rolling. And, never assume that my puppy is good for the rest of their life when you train them. You have to continue that behavior. Now, the good news is, like I said, she's been trained for, she's almost 4 years old now. So she's had a lot of, kind of training, basic training like that whenever, since she's been young. He's 2, and he's kind of hadn't had as much training as she has. Good news is that these Cane Corsos are pretty smart dogs. Hey, what's up, Mackenzie? And so they catch on pretty well. Come here, guys. You want to play with a toy? Come here. I got a toy for y'all. Come on. I think I do. I hope I got a toy for y'all. But yeah, they're pretty smart. So I think I don't really worry about him too much because he does pick up pretty quick. But my issue with him is I'm always concerned that because he has a very dominant attitude, even though he's laid back a lot, if he claims something, he really defends it. There you go, guy. And so to keep him out of trouble, like hurting people, I really have to make sure that his dominance is in check, and he knows who's alpha. So if you've ever been to my station, I talk a lot about being alpha. Oh, look at that Rottweiler, man. She is ready. Hey, Betty, what's going on? Noah says, oh, doggies. Yes, I do remember you, Mackenzie. Oh, she almost got me. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I'm going to kick off a little game there. But yeah, guys, I talk a lot about alpha, and that's the protection of me as an owner because these dogs, they have a mind of their own, believe it or not. And if you harm to yourself or your family, so it's very important to make sure you understand, speak their language, you know, be the pack leader. Because if you're not the pack leader, someone's going to take that role, and you don't want your dogs to take that role. So, and if you're, like I said, if you're new to watching my dogs, they do a lot of this dominance thing, and I'm always on guard. I don't mind them playing because they burn calories, they burn energy, and it's actually fun for them to actually have some aggressive play. I think I get a lot of criticism. People come, "Oh my God, your dogs are fighting. You're just sitting there watching them," and it's like I'm watching them because I'm letting them express that energy, get that energy out, while simultaneously looking for signs that, hey, things are getting more serious. Because when things are getting serious, that's when I step in. And so people's understanding of what seriousness is for my dogs, I think, is up for debate. However, I do agree with some people that are saying, hey, maybe breaking them up sooner is a good thing, or maybe even, preventing the behavior from starting in the first place. But I'm under the impression that I've known my female Rottweiler for a long time, and if you've had a dog like mine or a female Rottweiler, they are very, very like dominant, and whenever they play hard. I have a video showing her when she was a little tyke, a little bitty puppy, and she was always like that. And I stopped, I snapped my fingers, I pushed her away, I did everything with because she had her brother. And it just came to a point where, like, my God, as long as she's not killing him, which unfortunately there was a collar accident, but that was her, man, no matter how much I corrected. And you can say, well, you didn't correct her well enough. I tried, guys. And even to this day, I mean, she can see how, she just plays rough. So, but I also know when she turns that on to the next level and those hackles are up and she's trying to say, look, I'm done with this. And then she lashes out. That's when I step in. So I am going to, tug of war, not fighting, absolutely. But so making connections. Sometimes it does get a little bit more animated than that, where she's biting at his neck or whatever, and I don't necessarily like. There's this soft biting where, where they nibble. Come here, big boy. They're all. So I'm starting it so late and it's so hot. That's why they're kind of running from the sun right now, staying in the shade. Come here, big girl. Let's show them what I'm talking about. Come here. Come here, big girl. Look at that baby. That's my Rottweiler. Yeah, that's your sweetie pie. She's got some very, very thick claws in her, which we're working on the claws. But, when she plays, this girl goes right for the neck. And most of the time, it's just kind of a grab and then let go. But it's never like full force, real bite. And, although it can turn into that, I don't mind the play biting, the play bowing, all that stuff. But when things, hey, Betty, I do remember you. The equestrian lifestyle, my Rottweilers are so cuddly and sweet. Like every Rottweiler has their own personality. But this one here has never, and she's mellowing out, guys. I have to tell you, what you see here is remarkably different than the way she used to be. And I think as she gets older and maturing, she's starting to settle in, but she still doesn't take any mess. And my Cane Corso, he's kind of still in that still puppy phase. He's still 2 years old. So he likes to come and, like, it would not surprise me. And in a few minutes, he comes over here and try to start some mess with her. You know what I mean? He just gets something going, like nibble at her leg or whatever. I'm in Texas, Jorge. Yep, I've had one in the past, which was quite a loner. Yeah, so you understand what I'm saying about the reactivity, the insistent on being, first out the door, first to get their food, get jealous all the time. Like, she's kind of a sore loser a lot of times, where she's like, if I go in there and rub my Cane Corso, like in the morning times, he'll come for a little bit of affection. And if I go and rub him, oh my God, my Rottweiler's like, you can just hear her just seething. Oh, like, oh, why are you rubbing him? I'm the one. Come here, big boy. I'm talking about you. Look at that Cane Corso, y'all. Look at that look. That boy got a look on him, don't he? Yeah, so you get what I'm saying. What's up, Juan? So AC, the good kid. Hi, can I have mod? Oh, I'm not doing mod today. Mohammed says, do you want to see a strong dog? Yes, Mohammed. Do you have one? Siva's Kango dogs. Oh, yeah, I've heard those are some pretty solid dogs there. So Harley the Gamer says, our Rottweiler is good first dogs. I love them. Harley, are you still here, by the way, before I start answering that question? Jordan, what's going on? Caesar Miranda says, what are the weights on them? I don't know if you guys are still here or not. Let me know if you're still here, because I kind of got caught up talking. Hey, Haley. What kind of dog is and what kind of breed? So not the cringe is asking me about what kind. This is Connie Corso. And let me see if I can call my Rottweiler. Storm. Come here, Storm. Maybe she probably went to go use the bathroom, guys. Storm. Oh, wait, there she is. Look at her. You can barely see her head over the over the box over there. Come here, Storm. Come here, baby. And that's my Rottweiler. Can you all see her from the distance by the pool? My son had to give away his friend. Had to put him. What? Oh, Corso was aggressive. So yeah, the Cane Corso. So Pedro, you're right about these breeds of dogs, and that's why I was kind of answering the question about who was asking me about getting a Rottweiler for a first dog. You know, you really want to have a good handle on being a good pack leader for big dogs like this, because if you Storm, come here, baby, come here, come here. If you don't have good leadership skills with dogs like this, they can be aggressive, because what happens is they start calling the shots. They get territorial. They say, look, this is my toy, or this is my couch, or this is my area, and you know, beta human being, you know, don't get to tell me, don't get to claim it, or whatever. And then your dog retaliates because they don't see you as the leader. I mean, in the dog world, if you're a leader, you have the right to take the bones and the meat right out of everyone else's mouth, because you're the leader, and they submit. Oh, let's see if she uses it. Hey, big girl, come here, baby. You can do it. Come here. You can do it. Put your foot in here. You can do it. Put your paw. Let me see your paw. You got this. You can do it. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, uh-oh. A little bit too much. Let's try it again. Good girl. There it is. I'm gonna keep going until she gets it, y'all. But if you don't have those good leadership skills, that means that your dog won't see you as the alpha. And if your dog doesn't see you as alpha, then they'll call all the shots. And if they claim a toy, or they claim something, a spot on the couch, and you want to sit there, they may tell you, no, you don't get to sit there. And if you have a dog that's that strong, that powerful, or even my Rottweiler, you know, they could bite you. They can turn on you, because they're speaking their language. They're saying, nope, this is my spot on the couch, or this is my toy. You don't get to take it. So again, that takes a little bit of, good girl. That was good. That was a good girl. So if you've watched my channel or my lives, you notice that sometimes whatever they have, if they're fighting over a toy or they're playing with a toy, I'll come and take it. And you'll watch their reaction. Their reaction is not, oh my God, I'm gonna bite your hand off, you know. Or even if I'm feeding them, if I'm feeding my dogs, you know, they don't start growling at me. I'll stick my hand in their food, I'll take it away, I'll give it back, or whatever, because they understand that Papa is alpha, okay? And if it's his food, and if he say I can have it, then I can have it. But otherwise, I don't get to eat it. Come here, big boy. So I'm doing some of this. I keep calling him. It's just getting that recall, because he needs it more than she. You can tell I called her several times that she's come. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's your good boy. Yeah, that's your good boy. Look at them teeth, y'all. That's what I mean, guys. If you're not the pack leader of a big dog like this, and you get one of these big guys, and you're not ready for that, and you're not trained as a human being, you know, this guys can inflict some serious harm. And a lot of times, dogs, like you were saying earlier, they get rehomed, or they get put down, or they get put into shelters, because humans, they get dogs that they're not ready to handle. You know, the other thing I talk a lot about is time. You know, in my mind, there's really no such thing as a bad dog. It's really how much time can you devote. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm talking a lot, and I know you guys are making comments, and I'll go back and get your comments, or you can just reiterate what you said before. But let me preach a little bit. Let me get my preaching in, y'all. It's not Sunday, but I'm gonna preach to y'all. But you know what I'm saying. If you're not putting in the time for what your dog is requiring, then you can. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. You see how they're going at it. For the most part, that biting is not serious. If he really were to clamp down on her leg, for real, it would break her leg. But so that's just a game. But now he's turning it into a game of dominance. You know what I mean? Where he puts his paw on her back or puts his head over her back. But see how here, let me get a little closer. And let me know, guys, if my internet starts going out. If it starts getting bad, let me know, and I'll bring the dogs closer to the house where the internet is. But this is the kind of stuff where I'm saying, where people are not used to watching this, they go crazy. Look how she's grabbing his neck, and then she lets go, biting his leg, but not really seriously puncturing it or really biting. That's all play. I don't mind that. But then it's starting to get a little bit more aggressive. So now is the time where I can just do something like this. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm gonna do. So they're okay now, but right when it kicks back up, I'm gonna squirt some water over there. But look how quick my Rottweiler is. He hates water, guys. My Cane Corso hates to be sprayed with water. Now she loves it. She loves it. She would. This is her favorite thing in the world. Run. Josiah says run. No, that's why I'm doing this, so that you guys can see. Oh, come here, baby. Let me show you. She's like, are you gonna do it or what? This is a great way to distract them whenever they're rough and I don't, it's getting too serious, is use the water. People criticize me for not stopping them, and a lot of times I don't, because it's not necessarily all bad. It's part of it is just how these are big dogs. They're gonna sound bigger. So if you're used to little bitty frou-frou dolls or little bitty chihuahuas, and that's what you're used to, and you see these big dogs, you're gonna be like, oh my God, you terrible human! You're letting your dogs fight, and they're just killing each other. Oh my God. And I'm like, no, dude, you just don't know what the difference is between rough play and and when they get serious. Now, do I let them go too far? Maybe sometimes, and that's all. You got to be careful how far they go. But in my mind, if they're not truly biting down hard, nobody's whimpering, or there's not excessive pulling, there's not hackles going on their back, or that tone when it changes. And if I don't hear that, then I'm a little bit like, okay, they're just still playing, but I'm close by. Look at that girl jump. Did y'all see that? I probably didn't even have the camera right. She loves it. But look at my Cane Corso. Look at him. He barely wants to play. He just don't like getting wet. But this girl here, let me show you this. Look at this. This is all she wants. She just wants to be soaking happy. She's ready. So let me get back to the comments. So my Rottweiler is pushing almost 4. He's 2 years old. So she's older than him, a little more wiser. He's super quick in terms of learning. She's good with like the stuff that I've taught her already. And when did you cut their tails? Good. That's actually a good question. Time, or is that how you say your name? 10, 9. I'm not sure how to say your name, but that's a good question. So this person said, when did you cut his tail? And that's a really, really good question. So, hey, what's up, Haas? How you doing? Ren the Hodge Hedgehog says hi. What's up, Ren? Good to see you, Haas, man. So back to the when. Again, I think that's an interesting question, because a lot of people say why. And when is a good question, because those tails were cut from the breeder before we got them. We did have a little bit of say with her, but at the time I wasn't really up on the information about whether it's good for your dog or not. But so we said, go ahead and do it. but both of our breeders had that done before we got them. So excellent question. Emma says, hi, what's up, Emma? Calvin Duke, Jesus loves you. Pedro says, and why? Okay, now you go to the end of the why. So again, like I said, with her, we just kind of said, hey, that sounds like it's on point with the breed. We didn't have see any ethical problems with it, and we just let it go. But now, of course, we've had big dogs for a lot longer, and now we're kind of like, well, does it really add value to their life? Does it add anything to it? And we really just come to my wife and I both decided it's probably not adding any value to their life. It's not really too much of a detriment for them to have the tails. Because I know some people complain that their tails, and I've said it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I've never said that, but you know, the tails can knock things off of tables and stuff like that when, or hit you, but still, if I had, had to do all over again, I probably wouldn't do it. What story did he say about, cutting dogs? Oh, can you not hear me? So busy week. Haas said, doing fine, put in 73 hours. Ooh, had to take Eve to the vet. Oh no, she busted through our fence and, oh, well, I mean, they're coyotes. So I guess, no one's truly too heartbroken about it. But, hey, I'm glad it wasn't like somebody's real, pets. But man, Haas, you've been busy, man. Seriously busy. Yeah, so I'm not doing the political stuff, y'all. I'm not doing the politics. I'm gonna let y'all have that. Hey, what's up, E? Emma says, I'm from America. Yes, I'm in America too, Emma. Yo, what's up? Love the content and the dogs. Thank you, the cringe kid. I appreciate you. We try to put it out there for you. My Connie Corso is like, it's too hot, y'all. She's fine. Just a Connie Corso, happy to do their job. Yeah, that's and honestly, that's kind of impressive, Haas, to think about it. These big dogs, they're big and they can inflict some damage. How did you know? Did you like go out there and see the coyotes that she killed? Blazer, oh Blazer, Blazer said they love you, Storm. And Mountain says I want that dog. Aw. Love, 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 love you. Aw, Blazer. Storm, you getting a lot of love, girl. How do you get rid of fleas on your dogs? Ooh, you got to either do a dip, or now they have a lot of. I think there's some medication that help them fight off ticks and stuff like that. I think Simparica Trio, offers some protection, not only like heartworms and also for like, external type bugs. But luckily we've been pretty good with that, and I didn't have any problems with that. Sup, Sebastian? Dennis Joyner says, I love him too. Oh, thank y'all for the love. Luna says, cute dog. What does she weigh? She's, we've slimmed her down. She was about 115 pounds, but she's had some joint issues lately. And so what you see here is at her best right now, where she's active. She's not excessively wide. And so when you look down at a dog and they look kind of fat here, and that you should see like a little bit of an indentation, she's doing that Roddy twerking right now, guys. But, so she's doing well, but she was getting fluffy and her joints were kind of hurting her. So she's probably about 110 right now. Come here, big girl. Come show off that body. Come show off that body. Come here, baby. Come here. She's like, I want to play with the water hose. Look at my Connie Corso, y'all. He is like, come here, Rain. He's not even gonna budge. He's like, it's too hot. He's like, yeah, we should have started this earlier. Come here, big boy. Come here. Yeah, that's that recall one. That's a good boy. Yeah, that recall, y'all. I mean, it's like, believe it or not, even something as small as that is training. You have to make sure your dogs are listening to you. SoFlo, I'm sorry, what's her name? Shouting, please. Okay, I'm good. I got you, SoFlo Link. This is Rain, my Connie Corso. And then that was Storm. So SoFlo wanted me to answer that question. I'm with you. I'm cool. Blazer says so. Jillian Reynolds say, oh, so cute. Thanks. Blazer said cute. No problem, SoFlo. There's Sometime I get on a topic and I'll kind of not see the comments for a minute. And I'm also kind of killing two. I have to watch my dogs at the same time, you know, because at any moment something pops off and I got to jump in there. So it's a little bit of an active process here, if you know what I mean. Do you only have two dogs, or I got more? I got one more. Not the cringe. It's Missy's in the house, and she's my little. She's the oldest dog. We've had her for 12 years now, but she's in the house chilling. Emma says, "Oh, so cute, big old sausage dog. Yeah, he's a thickin'. She's 4 and he's 2. 2-year old. Look at this 2-year old acting pouting. Are you pouting? So let's see if we can get her to use her little. She just drank water, but let me see if I can get her to use her fountain again. Come here, Storm. Come here, baby. Come here, sweetie. You want to try your fountain? I don't have any more treats, guys, so we'll see if we can get her to do it without. Put your foot. Come on, baby. Put your foot. See, this is the hard part, is kind of getting her to associate this. Like if I grab it and put it on here, she'll step on it. You know, okay. But she's not quite, it's not coming together in her brain yet what's happening. It's like for her and her brain, it's two separate things. It's like I'm putting her feet on it and then water comes out randomly. Like she's not putting together that the reason why it's happening is because of the pressure. So that's going to take a little bit of time. And once that happens though, it's going to be on. And so he comes out and basically, so he's not learning anything, guys. Only thing he's associating is once she's got it going, he can come join her. But you see how she takes it off and she's wondering, where is it at? But she's not, it's two separate things in her brain. So we're just going to do repetition with it until it dawns on her, you know. See, it's still like two separate things to her. And that time it was too much. So it's going to be a journey, but I think once they get it, it's going to be fun. All right, she's probably not thirsty anymore anyway. It's going to be fun. And I want to kind of do this instead of, you know, right up to the spigot there. I'm kind of want to do it out here, especially where the grass is getting pretty dry. So kill two birds with one stone. And then let me try it with him again. Come here, big boy. Come here. You want to try it? I know you can do it. Everyone says Connie Corso is smart. Let's see how smart you are. You can do it. Oh, we're gonna go slow. We'll do it together. Come on, big boy. No, he keeps pulling back, y'all. You can do it. Here, I think I'm just gonna praise him for putting his foot. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get enough water to get him interested. Okay. All right. Okay. See, he doesn't like water as much as my my Rottweiler, so this is going to be a pretty uphill battle for him. Pretty big uphill battle. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Look at him. Oh, almost. Yeah, I'm not going to force any more on him, but I'm going to probably get some treats next time with him because I think he can do it as well. But it's just it's going to take time, guys. And that's with anything. Anytime you teach your dog anything, it generally takes time. You know, again, Connie Corsos are pretty smart dogs. So I'm working with two things with him. One is he's not interested in being wet. He particularly doesn't like his feet wet. But so I think it's going to be probably hard, even though he's probably smarter. Conceptually, he understands it better than my Rottweiler. But just because she likes water and that's the kind of thing that she loves. And I have no idea what she's looking at over there. I think she's lizard hunting. Let me see if I can go over here without losing my internet. Let's go see what she's doing. And guys, please let me know that if my internet starts getting too bad where y'all can't see it, let me know, because I'd rather you guys see than not see. What do you got going, big girl? You over here hunting? Are you hunting? What are you hunting? Y'all, if I let her, this girl will jump right in that pool and just swim around. Uh, hey, Nada, you're new. You new here? Welcome. Blazer says, "Cute doggo." Hello, Nad. Nada. Sorry. And let's go back with the kind course. Come here, Stormy. Come here, baby. Been doing all this hunting. Gonna go overheat. Come on. Let's go in the shade. Come here, big girl. Come here, baby. So again, I'm still doing more recall stuff, y'all, where they come when I ask them to. Because how many dogs have y'all known when you call them, they just keep going? Uh-oh. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can still hear me or see me. Can't see me, mic cut off. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, that's the only thing. This is kind of a big yard, and I don't get much internet, Wi-Fi out here. So when we go out too far, it goes in and out. Come here, Stormy. We're gonna get closer to the house and see if we get better. Come here, baby. See, she's hesitant because of the sun. Come here, girl. So the third dog is a mix. She's a little mixture of we call her Puggle, which is like a pug and a beagle put together there. So yeah, Blazer. I went too far away from the house. I've got a Wi-Fi router over here. I don't know if I'm connected to it right now, but you know, but yeah. So okay, Gary wants to say give you some love. This is from Gary Warren. Look at you, girl. Soaking wet, y'all. Look at that dog. She loves it. She loves to be wet. But yeah, if she comes to the door, I'll bring her out for you so y'all can see my OG. Look at them hips though. This guy is in great shape. Like he doesn't have very much body fat. He's pretty much all muscle. So, oh, it looks like I got some friends on that can hear me loud and clear. Thanks. I just now saw that message come up. So Haley, yeah, my dog can go in the pool, but so this is how I do the pool with my dogs. Generally, I go in first, and I let my family play while they are like chomping at the bits to jump in, especially my Rottweiler. My Cane Corso, he's satisfied with kind of being on the ledge there, but I set boundaries with them. So they don't get to jump in when they want to, because when she jumps in, she takes over the pool and she swims where you are, and she has some nasty claws on her, which we're working on, by the way. She'll take over the pool, and it's no longer fun. It's fun for her, but no longer fun for us. So the last few minutes, when everybody's kind of ready to get out of the pool, then I invite them in, and then they can come in. But they know the rules. The rules is you don't come in until I say so. So again, this is where people kind of think, oh, you're being cruel to your dog. No, you have to set boundaries, because these dogs don't understand English. They don't understand human language. They're not humans, right? These are animals, and you have to speak their language. And it may sound cruel to you, but that's how alpha does. When you're an alpha dog in the wild, what you say goes, even if it seems unfair in human understanding. If you follow what I'm saying. So let's see if we can try it again. Come here, big girl. You want some more water? Come on, you can do it. Come on. See, she's still not putting two and two together here. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, there's the water. Oh, there it is. You did it. Yeah. Like, I really feel like, guys, in about a week or so, I'm going to have this water all over my backyard. Kills Stuff Gang says I'm the alpha in the wild. Oh man, what other animal would you want as a pet? Your local ferret lover. I gotta be honest with you. I'm maxed out right now with pets. I mean, these guys take up so much of my free time, and I love it. I didn't get these dogs and then decided not to, spend the time with them. But I feel like if I were to have another pet, it'd have to be something like a fish or something that I can just easily put in a couple drops of food and they're good, because people always ask me, what do you do on vacation? Because that's a real concern. If we had like a little small chihuahua, you just kennel them, or let your neighbor, those are little dogs, but you just can't take your Cane Corso and say, here you go, take my Cane Corso. Yeah, while I go on vacation, you can't do that. So you end up having to have either close family that can come to your house and chill and watch them, or we hire a young lady who's an excellent person. She comes every day anyway to check on the dogs, but we hire her, and when we go on vacation, she just checks on them multiple times throughout the day. It's so cute. Thank you. 91 viewers and 32 likes. Come on, people, double tap. No, I appreciate that shout out for me. I appreciate that. It's for me, again, I just try to share as much information for safety things. So if I can get that out, dog life, what's going on? Thought we had missed you today, but we didn't. If I can get that out to the people, listen, number one, think twice before you get a big dog, because there's a lot of commitment that you're asking for. And if you do decide to make that transition, are you an alpha leader? Can you be a leader to dogs like this? Because if you don't have that leadership skills, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because again, there's a void in leadership in your household. Guess who fills it? A primitive species of animal. And you don't want to be living in wild Alaska inside your house with a dog like this. You know what I'm saying? Brad, stop saying that. I can read that now. But so I'm getting a text from a friend at the same time. So I'm reading. He's watching me and criticizing me in the background. But no, you have to be alpha. These dogs need a strong leader. So if you're new to having a dog, start off small. That way, if you make a mistake with leadership, because this guy can literally bite the frame off this window, for instance. So he literally can take out your sections of your couch, or literally take off, the threshold of your door frame. If he wants to get outside and he's like, get me outside now, you'll tear that frame down. This dog can do it. So you got to have those leadership skills if you want a big dog. I'm missing some. King A says Cane Corso. Yes, Cane Corso. Some people call them Cane Corsos, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Cane Corso is more like the Italian, because these are Italian Mastiffs. I know he's kind of being lazy right now, but it's so hot. I started streaming so late, y'all. Let's go find my Rottweiler. Stormy. They'll go further out in the backyard, which I appreciate. That's another thing. You got big dogs, guess what? They make big stanks. They make big piles. And the last thing you need is a big pile of. So I'm very happy that they've kind of naturally go further away from the house to go poop. Your local fairy lover says, I have 2 dogs. Cool. Blow whistle. For my Rottweiler, they got her attention. Come here, big girl. So that's another. So again, like I said, I've got like 5 nicknames for my dogs, and they respond to every last one of them. I call her Big Girl, Stormy. I call her Baby, Sweet, whatever, and she responds to it. Responds to it all. But my favorite nickname for her is Big Girl. Hey, Big Girl, come here. Big Girl. So if you've never been around a Rottweiler before, they have like a little mannerisms about them. And one thing I like about, see if I can get her to do it. Hey, big girl, is that my baby? No, she's not going to do it. If she's standing still, is that my girl? Is that my girl? She's not going to do it for me right now. But really what happens is that their front legs will be still, but the back end of them shakes, and so it looks like they're kind of twerking. So my daughter calls her Twerky. Oh, that's cute. Thank you, Dog Life. Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Dog Life. This person's been awesome. They even made like a quick post about our station, so I want to give her a shout. I think it's her, right? Dog Life. I'm gonna give her a shout out. Do the same for her. She has a station, so check out Dog Life. I always like to support other people that have good channels that show dogs in a positive light, not to fight dogs, not to mistreat dogs, but just show the positives and of the breeds that they have. So I want to give a big shout out to Dog Life. Oh, and she has to go too. Okay. Um, for some reason, Nayara wants me to blow the whistle. He's like, "What are you talking about, boy?" Uh, no problem, Dog Life. You've been awesome, so I want to return that favor. There's been a lot of people over here on the station. Boss, where's my? I'm sorry, I said boss, but I mean Haas. Haas has been amazing. He did gave us a solid and bought us a bunch of treats for the dogs, and they've got a whole bunch of toys. They got new toys and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of cool people on this for all their support. My dogs want for nothing. They want for nothing. Yeah, but right now you can tell that they're not really active because it's so hot. I mean, that's why I said these big dogs, they overheat, and you don't really want to be out in the 100-degree weather just dehydrating your dog. You got to have water. We have water here, we got water there, we got water everywhere for the dogs. But now they're kind of hugging the trees and hugging the cleanup, by the way, guys. So y'all don't judge me on my backyard right now. Don't judge me. uh, did you check Bully Max out? I did, Daymil. And I realized once you had told me about him, it didn't ring a bell at the time, but I went and went to his Facebook, or not Facebook, but his YouTube channel. And yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos. He's the guy that when they have these reactive dogs, and generally he shows off like this big bulldog or whatever, and excuse me, the owner is holding the dog, and then he walks up and the dog goes crazy, and then he grabs the leash, right? And then they kind of like struggle, and then he flips the camera, or the camera fast forwards to the dog being right there by them side in a submissive state. And he's a small guy too. He's not like a big dude, but professional dog trainer. He does come with some controversy though. So when you like do a search on him, you'll get the cool stuff that he does, but you also get a plethora of, because there's a couple ideologies, I guess, when it comes to dog training, and there's some people who disagree with more of an aggressive, negative training. They are more like all positive training. And there's another school of thought where when you have big dogs like this, you can't necessarily always do positive training. And in my experience with my big dogs, that is true. So, I rocks with him. So, I mean, hopefully I don't offend people when I say this, but I do think that there is a role for negative feedback for your dogs. And I'm not suggesting at all, and in the least, that you manhandle your dog or do anything in retribution. Okay, that's the human behavior. When my dog does something and I'm mad, and then I come back 5 minutes later, and I hit my dog, that's nah. Your dog don't understand that. They don't get that. If your negative feedback is not done at the time of the event, they do not associate what you did to what they did. So, if I'm going to give negative feedback, and negative feedback does not mean kick or slap my dog either. Now, it may look more aggressive because my dog is bigger and they won't understand. Oh, my bad. Give me Rottweiler. Oh, you did a bad thing. Oh. That doesn't, she thinks that's a positive reinforcement. Like, keep doing what you're doing. So, it'll be more like, kind of the Caesar Milan where you just kind of poke, kind of thing. Something sharper, not sharp object, but you know what I mean? Like a more, something that gives them the message that you don't like that, okay? And so the positive is great, but when your dog is in full guard, especially when that Cane Corso, if you've ever seen him, and I think I have a couple of videos where he's in full like barking and, hackles are up, it's a frightening thing, guys. It's frightening. And I'm not saying I'm scared of my dog, but I'm saying in that state, sometimes a little bitty, here's a treat, it's not going to get the message across. So, when I walk my dogs, I typically use a prong collar. And that prong collar for me is this leverage, okay? It's in the event that my dog doesn't come back when I ask them to, or they're insistent on pursuing the stimulus. Then you're not going to go kill the neighbor's dog right now because the neighbor's dog is coming out to the street to bark at you. it's gonna be that negative prong, that negative feedback on your neck lets you know that dad's not tolerating that. And when I walk both of my dogs, if they decided they were gonna, run off, like if I had those, those dogs have those harnesses on their backs, whatever, I can't use that on my dogs because that means if both of them at the same time take off, and especially if I'm holding a camera or something, there is no way I can keep them back. Now I may have a chance if I, using both hands, but so the prong collars basically just add a little bit more negative enforcement reinforcement to my dogs to give them the signal I don't want them to do a certain behavior. So going back to this that bully Max guy or whatever, is that his name? What is his name exactly? Jackie Munoz. I have three dogs, two big ones and a small one. But yeah, so he's using a lot of negative. It looks like to me he uses those choke lead pull the tighter it becomes, and it looks like he's holding that leash short enough that they can't really attack him, which is I understand it. And basically, it seems like what he does is he gives the dog enough impression that they're not, whatever they're doing, their antics or whatever they're doing is not going to deter him, and therefore they submit. So it's you know, am I going to do that with my dogs? Not necessary, right? Because I've been training them for a while, you know. But have I needed to use that prong collar with my Rottweiler and my Connie Corso? Absolutely, I have. And the last time I did that, we were going, and my Connie Corso was like, "Look, Dad, I don't care. You telling me to stop. I'm gonna go hang out with our neighbor's dog." And so I'm like, "No, you're not." and and when that happened, that prong collar was really around his neck, and he started jumping and moving backwards, trying to get out of it. And I just held the line, and till he stopped. And then when he calmed down, then we kept going forward. So, anyways, that was a big, nice, long rant for you. But I did watch Bully Max, and there's actually a lot of good trainers online. That's the other thing I recommend. If you are going to try to get a big dog, please, do your research. Watch some pretty big names like Caesar. I think Caesar Milan is incredible when it comes to talking about being alpha to your pack. He's, in my mind, he's shaped my understanding of that concept. So definitely watch Caesar Milan. And there's a few other trainers I think are pretty good. And again, I'm not a professional trainer. People that are watching me know that that's not what I do for a living. Never have, never will, probably. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe when I retire and hang out with Brad or something, and we'll have some dogs, right, Brad? uh, anyways, got a lot of good corn dogs. Nice. Mayhem on top. Van D says, beautiful beast. Thank you. I got a lot of good guard dogs. Cool. Same yes. Red Leader said yes. We're gonna have a bunch of dogs and we'll do a kennel. But yeah, I love this dog, man. Look at that. He's not like overly what's up, Brenda? Got any puppies? No, they're fixed. Both of my dogs are fixed. No puppies in sight. But I thank you, Mayhem. Just love your dogs. I appreciate it. Yeah, they're, like I said, right now they're on two different areas. One hugging this tree, and then one's hugging the door over there. Because here in Texas, for some strange reason, the sun is persistent. It is not interested in giving us a break. We've been frying for 3 months, y'all. And I thought, oh man, when September hits, it's gonna be so nice. Man, the sun is still doing its best to irritate us. So Unknown says so cute. Thank you, Unknown. Let's see if I can get her to get back up. See if she's want to do something. You want to play with this? You want the toy? That's how you know when your dog is tired. Whenever you do a squeaky toy like this, and they don't budge, your dog is tired. Connie Corso, he don't care. Yeah, so a lot of times my streams are early in the morning just so that they are, it's easier for them to walk around the yard without overheating, or I'll do it after work whenever things are cooling off around here. But it should be better in a week or two, hopefully. So, but anyways, anybody has any questions about my dogs? I've had a couple people put a couple things I think are kind of insightful slash a little bit punchy, and a lot of times people come on and they'll do comments for my videos, and especially my older videos where I'd kind of let them go a little longer before I jumped in, and a lot of those comments can be helpful if you're just saying, hey man, maybe you want to jump in 5 seconds before you did. Okay, cool, I'll take that feedback. But then some people, they get a little like, oh, that's stupid. Why are you filming that? You're stupid. You should be jumping. They're like coming at me, and I'm like, okay, one or two things. One, typically people are trying to get attention. They have their own station, and they are trying to get people to like pay attention to them, and then come over to their station to get some viewers. Which I'm not I'm not hating, especially if you're putting out some good content. I'm cool with it, but I'm a little bit offended when you like to come at me like that, and especially when you're commenting on my videos and not coming on my live stream to talk to me about it directly. You want to say, oh look, he's letting his dogs fight, and I'm like, yeah, you don't know me nor my dogs, and you have no idea what you're talking about. So so the comments, they don't, at first, when I first started my channel almost a year ago, it used to bother me, but now I'm kind of like, I think what they're doing is just trying to get a little attention for their station. Maybe they're trying to get to their first 1,000 subscribers so they can get to that 4,000 watch hours and get monetized, which, hey, look, I understand how it works. No shame in your game. I'm cool with it, but be respectful. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I like to do on my channel. I try to be very respectful because, number one, there are more than just old people like me and Brad on here right now. There are like some kids on here. My daughter could be on watching right now. Somebody else's kid can be watching, and they're trying to learn how to handle their dogs or whatever. And I just think that we need to keep it in a clean environment. I'm cool with that. So a lot of people come on and making these terrible comments. I'm just like, you might want to chill with all that. Haters are your motivators. All right, Brad, that's what's up. Vast unknown. Can I pet that dog? Yes, you can. You want to pet this Cane Corso? Music, baby. Let me show you this big old head that he's got. Look at that, y'all. Let me show you his teeth. Come here, big boy. He's like, don't put your hand in my mouth. Oh, he's not going to let me show his teeth off. Ugh. Ugh, I can't do it. He's not letting me show it. Okay, anyways. He's not letting me do it. But very solid dog, man. Solid dog. We had to drive all the way to California for this guy. Yeah, Brenda says they're trying to egg me on. Yeah, I think so. And I understand how it works. People, it's YouTube is not easy. People are like, well, you just pop on the camera and then start. It's a little bit of an art. And getting that first 1,000 subscribers is actually a pretty big accomplishment because YouTube doesn't, you just hope things catch on viral. But more often than not, people fighting for people's attention span is very difficult. And, we caught a couple lucky breaks where we had a couple million people, jump on and enjoy one or two, or maybe 3 or 4 of our videos. And that's kind of made our station what it is now. But, Yvette, how are you? Vast unknown, it's a Cali dog. It is a Cali dog, Vast. Now this one's not Cali. She's from Texas. She's a straight up Texan. This is Texas. Woo! Judge dresses. It's so easy to do. So how old are they? 4 and then 2. Yeah, they're trying to. Okay, so I already read that. I'm great. Glad to be here. Well, I'm glad you're here, Yvette. Yvette is one of our regulars, and we appreciate all her support and comments. It's been awesome for us. Sorry for jumping on so late, guys. Sophia says, "Aw." Yeah, this is our Rottweiler Stormy. I'm working on her nails, guys. So we got some negative criticism about them nails lately, and so I'm working on them. But if you ever worked with a non-compliant Rottweiler who doesn't want you to cut their nails, you're in for a treat. So I had to muzzle her, guys. So whenever I cut her nails, I muzzle her. Now, I don't think she would ever like willfully just bite me, but you know, if I get too close to that wick or whatever, and she's like, she's not having it, I don't want to take that chance. I just go ahead and muzzle her. You know, more often than not, she just kind of licks at me. If I grab her hand like I'm gonna cut, she starts licking at me, and starts wiggling her arm, and I can't cut her nails, and that's when I cut too deep into her wick. So so I muzzle her, and then I go ahead and cut her nails. Yvette says hi, Stormy. Hi, it's me, Moonlight. Oh, Moonlight. Cool. You went from Moonlight to Sunshine. That's all right. Moonlight was stream. She came on to our, or I'm saying she, but Moonlight. Actually don't know your if you're she or he, but you came on what, a couple streams ago or earlier in the week, a couple times actually. So cool, good to have you back. The Sparta King. What type of dog is that? This is a Rottweiler, and that. What is that, everybody? Muslim? No, that's not a Muslim. Some tall guy says Muslim. No, this is my Connie Corso. Richard said it's a dog. Okay, thanks, Sunshine. Mixed Queen. Yeah, that's right. Connie Corso. Rusty Shackle says Connie Corso. Yeah, you guys know what's up. And it's definitely, and Yvette knows it's rain. And Yvette, by the way, Missy's in the house chilling. She's not coming out. She's like, you should have came out earlier. It's too hot. Yeah, so that's why we're hugging this tree over here, because it's so hot in the sun. Yeah, Mixed Queen. If you're new to having big dogs like this, kind of go back and listen to what I was talking about earlier about making sure you're ready to own a big dog like that, because they can be dangerous. You know, and that's and it's usually in the hands of somebody who does. It's like a gun, right? You know, a gun can be dangerous, but in the right hands, it's okay if you know how to handle. Can we see her? Let me see. I'm making Missy. Did y'all hear her? Come here, Missy. Everybody want to see you. There she is. What's up, little Missy? Hackles are all up and everything. Oh, I missed that comment. Did you say something? I missed the comment coming through on my text back there. Yeah, there's little Missy. What's up, little Missy? Ooh. AR, that dog must be happy. Yeah, they're happy. Here, come say hello. Say hello, everybody. Say, what's up, everybody? Storm's like, what's up? And that Storm is licking her. She don't really like the big dogs getting too close to her. So, if you want to know about leadership, this little dog will teach you about leadership. So, those that have been around for a while know she's the real alpha amongst all the dogs. Not me, of course, but amongst the dogs. And she has to be the alpha for a very, very important reason, y'all. Can you get why that she has to be alpha with these two big dogs? I feel like this is a Dora Explorer episode. Can you guys tell me why Missy has to be alpha? She's so adorable. How many dogs do you have? I got 3, Brenda. These are it. This is my whole pack. Big boy and then 2 girls. Well, I have to go. All right, Sunshine, thanks for hanging out with us. Because you bring the sunshine. Got to go shopping. You know, that sounds like fun. Bye, friends. See ya, Sunshine. Thanks for hanging out with us. Look at her. She's got to go pee-pee. Uh-oh, I think Storm's ready for some more water. Let's see if she does. Oh, she's walking away. Come here, big girl. You want some water? You want some fresh water? Yeah, that's the other thing about doing this this little thing here, because if once they get it, you know, it's fresh water. It's coming right out of the faucet. Oh, what am I doing this for? You got to do that, girl, not me. You got to put the weight on there. Come on, you can do it. No. There you go. Good girl. Put a little weight on there. There it is. You know, that's what I like about this is that, you know, since it's coming right from the faucet, you know, there's no chance for mold to be on it. It's fresh water. It's actually soft water because we have a water softener. So this is like premium water, guys, for your dog. Dreamin' says because she has to have them believe she is exactly bigger and stronger. And I'm sure she asserts herself physically whenever they are still puppies. And Dreamin', you're 100% correct. She did have some size on them. That is 100% correct. And so Dreamin', we reinforce that too, right? So the other leg of that, I mean, you said it perfectly. I couldn't have said it any better. You know, she has to do that because it's for her own safety. If those big dogs don't respect her, they will trample her and or bite her like a toy. So she has to say, look, I'm alpha, you submit. And the way we, like I said, the second part of that is we had to help her be alpha. What do I mean by that? Well, when we brought Storm and her brother home, first thing is first, we introduced them not on her territory. So we went up the street a little bit and we did a meet and greet. Okay. We support her having everything first, you know. So in the dog world, you know, the alpha eats first and that kind of stuff. So we feed her first. She comes out of the house first. She leads, you know what I'm saying, first. And so we help reinforce that concept for her. And now she's pretty much has it on her own. Now she does fuss a lot to them, but you know, they respect her. And I've got a couple of videos where she's correcting them, telling them what to do and how to do it and where to go and how to get there. Better respect those elders. That's exactly right, Dreamin'. I want to see her work it. Oh yeah, Missy was working. Yeah, so Yvette's talking about a video I did with Missy. Missy's sunbathing. Come here, Missy. Are you sunbathing? Her recall is terrible, y'all. Old grandma over here. Come here, baby. Come here. She's like, all right, I'll come, but I'm gonna take the path of the most obscure path there is, and then I'm gonna lay down on the way. Oh gosh. Missy, come here. Come here. She may give up halfway here. Let's see if she gives up or not. But yeah, so we had to help reinforce that she's, and same thing with the Cane Corso. When we brought him home, we introduced Storm and Missy up the road, not on their territory, so they didn't have to feel like they were defending themselves, you know, defending their territory. And then we brought them home together, and then we just made sure that she remained alpha. Thy Night. How old are your dogs? So this one is the oldest one. She is 12 years old. 12 years old, is that correct? I think she's about 12 now. And the next oldest is my Rottweiler, and then the baby is him. He's 2 years old. Just hit 2 a couple days ago. Scorpion King said cute. I've seen you before, Scorpion King. On Pin Crouch. Ice Bunny Girl. Old Doggy Poo. Yeah, she's old. You can kind of see the gray in her muzzle. Let me show you. See how she's good graying on the side. This used to be brown, but she's graying out on us. So we hope to have her, so little dogs can live obviously longer than big dogs. You know, her life expectancies can be up to about 15 to 17 years or so. So we got a little more time with her, but you know, she's not gonna live forever, and that's gonna be a sad day when we lose her. And then of course, yeah. I try to notice people, Scorpion, when they come back, because you know, I'm trying to build a community. Dreamer says, thanks for the input, Anonymous. Did I miss something? Pit Bull's here. He has a right, Dreaming. Brenda says, yeah, I don't have dogs because I hate having to bury them. Yeah, that's the thing. They have shorter lives, you know. I have a video where I have like a commentator. I think I ripped it from somewhere else. They talked about their life expectancy, and you know, and it brings perspective, right? Because for them, a day is like a day for us is like a week to them, you know. So if you have a terrible day, they've had a terrible week because their life is so short, right? So anytime you do anything fun with them, it really means something to them. It means a lot. I mean, to spend an hour with your dog, you mean that's like spending half a day with them, you know? So, you know, when they're gone, you really miss them. Yeah, my Rottweiler, I think she's hunting lizards over there. Because she's been over there most of the stream, just hanging out behind the waterfall over there. Let's see if Missy would like this toy. Come here, Missy. Do you want to try this? Y'all, this is going to blow my dog away. Come here, Missy. Missy, look at this. Did she even get a little bit? Oh, she don't like that. Come here, Missy. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I should have saw that coming. They do, Yvette. They bring so much joy to your life, and pain if you don't if you don't train them right. They can bring pain to your life. Uh, yeah, I don't do politics, Andrew. Not on here. Beef. I just ate it. What beef? What are you talking about? Cleo and Little Bro says that your dog. Yes, these are my dogs. Is it Chloe? Chloe and Little Bro? Yeah, these are my dogs. She's so tiny, Yvette says. Oh, Anonymous, now I read the pit bulls are hard to train to stop their aggressive tendencies, and it's pretty hard to do unless you raise them as puppies. So, Anonymous, people always ask me about pit bulls, and I know next to nothing about them, except for general things that you hear me talk about dogs in general, which I think is pretty much applicable no matter what size and what kind of dog. You do have to make sure you have that alpha status in your pack. But there's the nuances of having a pit bull that I'm not aware of now. I do have a cousin who is a pocket pit bull breeder, and I keep talking about this. If you've been here before, you know I've been trying to get him on to. No worries, Andrew. I'm just saying, it's just so divisive, and I know how it is. You know, people, on one side versus the other, and I'll lose half the people if I talk about that kind of stuff. So I try to keep it with my dogs. Look at it. She's still hunting, y'all. She's out there hunting. Uh, Andrew, you're killing me, bro. But anyways, what was I saying? You got me all flustered now. Yeah, I'm trying to get my cousin on because he, as a breeder, breeders they spend a lot of time. Well, let me qualify that. Brad's like he's screaming the other. Brad, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm trying to keep people here, man. I'm trying to get rid of half the people. But my cousin, I'm trying to get him on because, like I said, breeders, the good breeders, they tend to get into the nuances of training and the nuances of that specific breed because it's their job to be a resource to the people that they sell their dogs to. They should be. I mean, that's the assumption, right? That they are to be the experts of whatever they're breeding, and they're doing all the research so that you don't have to, kind of thing. And but anyway, so my cousin, he's a good dude, has a business running from his house where he has a little kennel with pocket bullies, and they're so cool. And I'm gonna give him a shout out eventually once I get his information. But I have it. I just actually forgot it. So sorry, cuz. But anyways, uh, I'm gonna have him on. We can like do a dual split where he can kind of answer a lot of those pit bull questions because I'm sure his knowledge doesn't just stop with the pocket bullies. I'm sure that it extends to other bullies. I know there's like the XL bullies and all the in between. But for me though, I mean, I just don't have much insight with that breed. Um, so Brenda says you're not. What? Okay, whoa. Is there something going on in there? I love pit bulls. Oh no, Brenda. So look, like I said, to accommodate you, I will hopefully have my cousin on soon to give some support to that. Because look, man, people give pit bulls a bad rap for whatever reasons. For obvious reasons, I guess. I mean, I do know that they have. Their tenacity is pretty high, right? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? They're pretty persistent. When they latch on, they don't let go. And that's one thing I do know about them. And so they do get a bad rap for that. But more often than not is because they don't have the right amount of home training from their owners. And then when something bad happens, it's like, oh, the pit bulls, and now they're banned in the UK or banned in, I think that's correct. They're banned in certain places or in certain neighborhoods. Certain neighborhoods ban, breeds like that. And but more often than not, it's because humans aren't doing their job to spend the time to train them. I don't know where my dogs are. I'm just sitting out in the middle of the yard talking. Missy, come here. Come here, Missy. Oh, God, she's ignoring me. Connie Corso asleep. Missy's ignoring me. And my Rottweiler is chasing lizards, y'all. Stormy, come here. Come say hello to your pop. Come here. Storm, come here. Oh, my God. Whatever it is behind over there has got her attention. Come here. Come here. Come here, big girl. Slowly but surely, she's coming, y'all. Yeah, come see my Missy. Her name is Missy. Not, trust me, Brad. I made that mistake several times, and I would like probably me and Tanil. We probably made that mistake a couple times, but no, Missy. Yeah, Missy. Free will, and not like will as in like a as in a wheel on a car. Free will says, just got here. What's going on, free will? So y'all, you're probably wondering why I have this my wood rack over here, because my dogs have dug a massive hole in my yard, and now they're using it as a like a dirt pit. I spent all this time and energy putting sod and grass out here, and these little rats do their darndest to find the dirtiest spot and claim it as their own dirt pit. So I'm trying to discourage them from going over there, like what Missy's not doing. But anyways, Dreamer says, I feel that any dog, no matter the breed, is always a direct reference of their owners. Absolutely. And how much effort they place on the train. And let me be a little kind to human beings for that Dreaming. I will say this: people get in and over their heads with certain things. They want something and aren't willing to put in the time and effort beforehand and or during, or their life circumstances changes and then they can't do what they did before. And that's and and sometimes it's due to things are beyond people's control. So I will advocate a little bit for humans in that respect, but in that case, you still have to do what you got to do. And so, like in our case, we have to hire somebody to bridge the gap. Whenever I'm working, when my wife is working long hours, we have to have somebody, and so throw some money at it, right? So if you don't have the time or the money, maybe you should reconsider jumping in and getting a big dog. Yeah, free will like a bicycle. Okay, so you must be like are you like a bike enthusiast? Definitely is a reflection. I got what you're saying, Dreaming. Brenda says she'll be back. All those pit bulls are just badly bred dogs, unstable. Now that's a thought. Free will. Some people say, well, it's up to the breeders to not push bad genetics, right? Because we're in some ways we're playing evolution when we have these dogs, right? We're finding the best of the best and we're breeding them for specific traits and purposes and sizes and all that good stuff. So the people that are saying, look, I want the money more than I care about the the outcome of breeding, they can do some unethical things. And I really don't want to jump into all that, but it could be an issue. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to, if you get a dog like this, you want to try to do some thought into who you're getting your dog, which breeder you're getting him from. Old school BMX. That's what's up. That's when I was a kid. That's what we wanted. We wanted a BMX. Holy Mindset TV says, what is a small dog? This is we call her a puggle, but she has a short snout like a pug. So maybe she's a pug or a peagle, which is a Pekingese beagle mix. So, she's mixed. But let me tell you this, guys. This girl has been really awesome. We have trained her to do a lot of like trick type thing, and she was easily trained. She's older now. I don't do too much with her like that anymore. But this girl, if you wanted to, she could do all the little tricks, the sits, the lays, the turns, and the flips, and all that stuff. This girl, she's good. She's good. She's a good dog. Yvette says she loves Missy. Me too. Isn't she such a cool dog? I don't do all that trick stuff with the big ones. I'm more about like safety behavior with my big dogs. Okay, we're gonna see how far she goes. My Rottweiler, man, she's on a lizard hunt today. Anything for a lizard right now. What's up? You're back, Brenda. Gotta do your. I'm back. But do you record every day? No, I don't record every day. I frequently, but not every day. All you gotta do is you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. I know you are. I feel it. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Don't worry about that leak, baby. Get the good stuff. Yeah, I try to upload something frequently, which means maybe every other day, and that's only just to kind of keep the algorithm satisfied, if you know what I mean. But I stream on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday mornings. today I started really late because I went and ran, did my group run, and then wifey wanted to go to breakfast, and I was like, well, guess I'm not doing a stream this morning. So we got see that lizard. That's what she's after. So I came on a little late this morning, but she's got two. Yeah, she does. Tony says, beautiful dog. I love Missy so much. Beautiful dog. Oh, you talking about, yeah, Missy has attitude. Yeah, I got you. She does. Brenda says, do you plan on getting another dog? Brenda, not right now. Like I was saying earlier, you want to match your time with the time commitment. Do you know what I mean? So if I were retired, you know, if I was like in Brad's position right now, maybe, but I got too many years to work, and I don't see my schedule getting any lighter where I could handle another dog. And plus, believe it or not, these dogs are expensive. And what I mean is like the up cost for every, I'm thankful for the YouTube station, and I've gotten a lot of, Brad's donated to them, and I've had I don't even know if Haas is still on right now, but he's donated quite a bit, and so that's helped out with getting some cool toys for them. But their monthly cost is their food and their vet bills and stuff like that, and so it's an expense, y'all. It's expensive. Every time I think about it, I ask myself, man, wow, what did I sign up for? Brad is laughing, says, life will soon be very, very good. I know, man. I'm jealous, dude. I'm so jealous, but I'm happy for you. I am. You worked hard, dude. Trained me and everything. But I do have pet insurance too. I don't know if you've heard my story, Brad, but Storm and her brother, when we had him, both got parvo about 2 years ago, and 2.5 years ago, and that was probably the most money I've ever spent on a dog, because she was hospitalized for a week and a half, and her brother was hospitalized for a week. And you can imagine what an inpatient dog expense would be for parvo. And luckily, we almost canceled it. My wife was like, I'm going to cancel this, dog insurance. I don't need it. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and cancel it. But she forgot. She forgot. And so when that parvo hit, and we went to the vet, and they were like, okay, you stay in the parking lot. And actually, this is like during COVID, I want to say, or at the very beginning. And so we were in the parking lot, and they swabbed her, and the nurse came back. When she came back, she was fully gowned, right? And my wife started crying because we both knew what was going on. And we were in complete doubt. We were like, how is that possible? Our dogs are vaccinated. They've been vaccinated. We didn't take them out until they were vaccinated. That's how we were trying to be safe and cautious with it. And they're in parvo, there is a vaccine for parvo. So we were in disbelief, but it was. I mean, they had the signs and symptoms. She was, had diarrhea, lethargy. Sorry, however you say that, lethargic, and she just wasn't being herself. And we ended up, watching her basically almost waste away. If you want to talk about the strongest emotions I've had besides the death of our male Rottweiler, I'm sorry, that was the time. That was the strongest for me, because Storm is kind of like my spirit animal. She's like I know that sounds like woo woo stuff, but I would say she's attached to me the strongest in the house. We have a strong bond. So when I saw her, and I could not recognize her because she was so thin, and what's worse is she barely responded to me. That's when it hit me, y'all. That was, ooh, that hurt, y'all. When your dog that loves you and is by your side don't even respond to you, whoo, that hurts, y'all. That is some emotions there. Anyways, I'm going too far in this story. Needless to say, Missy wants to go back in the house. Needless to say, the insurance, we maxed out both of the policies, which was $10,000 each. And so, we still had a bill left over. Oh, this locked, babe. We can't go in here. Come here, Missy. Go this way. we we maxed out the insurance policies for the year, and luckily, since we had them vaccinated, we asked the vaccine company manufacturer to support us, and they did. They said since both of our dogs were fully vaccinated, they basically contributed. Now they didn't pay the entire cost, but they did contribute, and so our bill was not as bad as it could have been. So anyway, that's the long story of a short story of us needing insurance and having insurance, and glad we had it at the time. So what is good insurance? Um, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Yvette. I didn't shop for it. I basically said we're USAA customers, military kind of thing, and they said we had pet insurance. I said, yeah, go for it. And so they use a sub company called Embrace, and that is the company, and they're nice, man. I mean, the only thing about pet insurance is they only cover certain things, like regular, like vet visits. They're not going to pay for that. But if there's, some bowel obstruction, or if your dog gets the bloat, I talk about the bloat all the time with the food and the gastric torsion that they can get, or the gastric dilatation and is it dilatation and volvus, I think, GSV, one of this. I don't know. Either way, the point is that the stomach has a lot of food and water, and they flip, and it basically cuts off the blood supply, and they get septic, and they can die from that. So, if your dog gets something like that, then your insurance will cover the expense up to the policy max for the year, right? So ours was $10,000 per dog. And I don't know what the monthly cost. I think the monthly cost is about 100 and something for all three of my dogs per month, which is a lot, y'all. So like I said, if in our case it was worth it, because we would not have been happy with a $32,000 medical bill for parvo. So we got our money's worth out of our policies. But hey, life happens, right? Jordan, what's up? Yes, you're back. Yeah, man, Brad. I mean, I try to pass on the little trick, because that's the thing with my station. I try my best to give as much practical things that we've learned as just regular people. I'm not a dog trainer. I didn't go to school for that, and I certainly don't have a kennel where that's my primary duties is to understand dog behavior or veterinarian medicine. That's definitely not my thing. But, little small things where, people can listen and be like, all right, let me make sure I don't give my dog a bunch of kibble and a bunch of water and then let them run out here. Next thing you know, they get bloat, the thing, you can have your dog's stomach stapled, or you can have it, what is it called? I guess stapled, in place so that it doesn't flip over. But that's a surgery that requires, anesthesia, and it requires money, time and all that stuff. So how about you feed your dog your kibble and drink water and let him chill before you go outside and do all your playing? Little small stuff like that. The other main thing that I talk a lot about, and this is the one that's dear to my heart, and that is what happened to Storm's brother. That was a life lesson for me. No, and that's probably what hurt me the most about it, is that I felt like we had done a lot of research. My wife and I both had done a lot of research about Rottweilers before we got them, and it slipped by me. The breeder didn't know, or wasn't immediately apparent to them, but it was a collar accident. We lost our male Rottweiler due to a collar accident. So if you see my dogs out here, what you don't see is you don't see collars. You look at Rain, you look at Storm, what you see is a free neck. And there's a reason why it's a free neck, because we lost a dog due to a collar accident. And that's a fact of life. If you have a dog, the collar can get caught on something. When they're playing, they get caught on here. And if it twists, collar's right on their carotid. I'm assuming it's the carotid arteries for the dogs. Goes right around their neck. So then they lose consciousness and obviously die from that. So the only time my dogs wear collars is when they're out and about. But other than that, when they're in the backyard, no sir, no we. Especially with my Rottweiler, that's the thing. That's their play. They go right for the neck. And that's what happened with our male. She was out here playing with him. She got a hold of this collar. She started yanking around, and it twisted on itself. And then what's worse is her teeth, it was twisted so tight that her teeth couldn't even release from the collar. And so the only other bad thing about the collar was we had bought the yeah, no problem, Yvette. It was tough, but to get to deal with. But the other thing is, so at that time, both of our Rottweilers would go to daycare. It's called Camp Bow Wow, and part of their rules is that you have to have a breakaway. What do you call it? The breakaway collars, where you squeeze the both sides and it pulls apart. Well, the problem was in our cases. Now you see all the sod here, but without this sod, we have basically sand for soil. Okay, and then sand here. I don't know if you can kind of see it here, but this is basically sandy soil, you know. And so, anyways, when it gets wet from saliva and then dries out, it impacts. So that means my son was here and I was at work when it happened, but the actual buckle would not release. She was stuck, he was stuck, and my son ran and grabbed the branch clippers to try to release the collar, and by that time it was too late. And man, that hurt. That hurted me. I mean, I am barely over that right now, barely. And if I think about it too long, I might actually start having some issues because he died too young, and he was the quintessential Rottweiler. He was the one that everybody says, "Oh man, I got a German Rottweiler with the big head and everything. You got an off-brand American skinny old Rottweiler." And I'm like, yeah, but my boy, perfect temperament. He wasn't as reactive as she was, or she is rather. I love my don't get me wrong, guys. I do love my female Rottweiler. She's a great dog, but she's just her, okay? And he was not like her. He was nothing like her. He was even keel, very assertive, more kind of like my Connie Corso, but probably here. Dare I say it? Dare I say this? My male Rottweiler was probably slightly. How do I say it? Her temperament was on par with his, or slightly better. How about that? Slightly better. And but that boy, he had my heart. He had my daughter's heart. Oh man, my daughter felt like she connected with him, and that hurt our family. I'm telling you, that hurt our family. So, anyways, I said all that. There's a long story, but my point in all is saying that is that that's the things that I try to share from doggy experience as doggy dad who doesn't have a professional degree in this stuff or don't do this for a living, and that's the stuff I want to convey to the audience. If I can get that to save someone else's dog from experiencing that, I will. So, but yeah, no big deal, Brad. I mean, it's been like 2 years now, but that was rough, man. It was rough. You should have saw, you would have made fun of me. I was crying, man. I was crying, dude. We went to my wife and I think my son was with us then. Yeah, he was in with us exactly because he was at home whenever it happened. So we went to dinner that night, and I couldn't even order my food. The waitress is like looking at me like, "What is wrong with this man? He can't even stop crying to order his food." It was, man. That hit hard. It hit hard. But anyways, life happens, but you just share what you learn, and that's what I'm doing. Sharing what I learned, and also just kind of, doing a little fanfare for the breeds, you know. But Free Will says, I've been thinking about taking the collars off mine. Will do. Yeah, man, I recommend it. If you have a fenced in, I mean, my whole entire backyard is fenced in, right? So, and my dogs, they, believe it or not, you'd say these are flimsy. It is. This is a fairly, not very strong fencing here, but my dogs really don't like to jump that high. So if I close this gate, they probably won't even get out. Now, if there's a large enough stimulus in the backyard, if there was some guy walking around back here, now I don't think there's very much that can hold my dog, my Connie Corso, back. That dude can jump clear this and no problem. So, but if we're just at home and I close that gate, the small gate here, they're fine. The bigger gate, they don't jump over that either. But my point is if they have a enclosed area, make that a priority. If you have a big dog, make sure that you have a backyard that's secure. And before you let your dogs just do their thing. Before we built our fence here, what I did was I temporarily put some T-posts I got so those cattle panels that you see, you probably can't see it, but there's some cattle panel laying against my fence over there. Those were the cattle panels that I used for my temporary fence with T-posts. I got a T-post driver. Basically made them a little outside area day one, not in a couple weeks or a couple months. Day one, I secured my Rottweilers so they couldn't get out and be a nuisance. Because last thing I need is some lawsuit, you know what I mean, or conflicts with my neighbors. But so definitely get you a nice enclosed area and take them collars off. Take them off, man. Put them on when they're out and about. When you need to put a leash on them, when I'm walking them, obviously they need collars. But when they're just laying around like this, nah, they don't need them. What happened to my brother's dog at a family barbecue? Jumped the fence and the collar got caught. Exactly. Lucky we were there to save him. So sorry for. So yeah, Mountain Man. That's what I'm saying. Part of what hurt me so much was we did all that research. We did the research. Why did that slip past us? How did that slip past us? I'm feeling so guilty. I felt so guilty about that because I'm like, who was I supposed to know that, or I mean, how am I supposed to know that we shouldn't have But maybe I could have said, well, you know what, the Rottweiler, female Rottweiler, she's more aggressive, she plays rougher, and don't get me wrong, I tried to break that from her. I tried to break her from that. Duck is in the house. I was wondering when you were going to show up, Duck. So y'all, Flora, if you see Floral, I said Flora, but Floral, her name is Duck, so we're calling her Duck on this show. But yeah, I felt so guilty about it, man, and I just didn't know. So I try to pass it on. Anyways, what else is we saying? What are we saying on here? No politics. No politics. Danielle, oh, yeah, she's chilling right now. I waited to the hottest part of the day to come out here to do to do a live stream. She's so happy though. She's so happy. Oh, nothing really happened. I was just kind of talking about my top tips when it comes to having big dogs, and I try to do the safety stuff. We're not out here doing tricks. We're not doing, heel. We're not doing German commands out here. We just talking about if you got a big dog, make sure number one you are the alpha pack leader, because you don't want your dogs taking that role, and you definitely don't want to be unsafe with these big animals because they can cause some problems. They're not humans. You don't want to treat your dog like a human. They're not, okay? They don't sit at the dinner table and have discussion about how their day went. They're dogs. So love them, treat them fairly, treat them right, keep them safe, keep yourself safe, but know that they're animals. Ain't that right, Stormy? She says, yeah, I'm an animal with big old teeth. Look at them teeth. Oh, my baby got some big teeth. Yes, you do. They're not babies, right? You're not a baby. Even though I'm talking like a baby, you're not a baby. Oh, so yeah. Duck says, Missy out here eating all the food while you're streaming. That's right. That's why she was trying to go into the house, Duck, because she's ready to go in there and eat everybody's food. So the big dogs, their kibble is like this big old solid kibble, right? And Missy, in most days, she don't really eat like hard items. She's getting old. She don't want to chew on a big hard bone, but she tries to impress them. And one way she tries to impress and or dominate these guys is eating their food. She'll go in there and be like, oh, crunching on this big old rock. Or she'll steal one of their big old bones. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Missy will grab the biggest thing and pretend to be like a big dog, and she'll grab this little big dog and she'll be like chomping on that in front of them. Of course, she's putting on a show. Here are the rules. Here are the live rules. No politics, no swear. No troll. Oh, duck. That's it. How do I make that like a, you know what? Duck, this is getting a screenshot because that is exactly my rules here. I don't have very many. I do welcome offhanded comments oftentimes because it's just usually a moment where I can do a little education. You know what I mean? Lizzie, what's up? Pretty girl, says Yvette. I guess you're talking about Stormy. But yeah, those are my rules there. I also have a dog. Okay, well, Lizzie, what kind of dog is it? Missy will grab Burj Khalifa and chew on it just to impress the big boys. That's exactly right. I don't know what a Burj Khalifa is, but I'm sure it's something big, right, Duck? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are a good boy. That's what men's. Ooh, that's a long name. Who's a good boy? You a good boy? Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Look at that boy. He's like, I don't want this kind of affection, Dad. I wanna look at something else. So my Connie Corso, he likes affection, but he doesn't crave it. He doesn't crave affection. My Rottweiler, she kind of craves it a little bit more than he does. So and that's okay. Craving affection can be used as a mean of motivation for teaching stuff, right? So if you know your dog wants positive praise and they thrive off of that, that could be a means of adding value to their training. So when they do something good and you're like, "It's a good boy," and they're wagging their tail and they're having the best time of their life. That's a positive thing. You can use that to your advantage. And sometimes you don't even have to use treats if you have that type of relationship with your dog. But but him, he's kind of like, sometimes I'll rub him, then he'll walk off. Duck says, I don't think Dubai is in the UAE, but hey, y'all, nothing gets by Duck, so I trust Duck. A Pomeranian, okay, that's cool. Lizzie lives in Dubai. Oh, that's cool. Wow, Zorian, what's up, Zorian? A Pomeranian, and then Min said I guess that's a he. Says he has a uh, Doberman Pinscher. Small dog. Lizzie has a small dog. Yeah, the Pomeranian, Fluffy, right? Rain's new nickname: Rain, Rainy, Rain, Rain, Rain. Roger Johnny McDonaldson the fifth. So Duck knows he's got both of my dogs. All my dogs have multiple names. You probably heard me say things that has nothing to do with rain, right? You probably heard me say Big Boy. You probably heard me say Flappy Boy. Flappy Boy. Is that Flappy Boy? Yeah, that's Flappy Boy. Y'all want to know why I call him Flappy Boy? Because of these jaws. These slobbering jaws. Jowls. That boy will have. He's the reason why our house needs constant cleaning. It doesn't necessarily get constant cleaning, but it needs constant cleaning because he shakes his face and slobber goes all over. Right there, ain't that right, boy? Ain't that right? Yep. Big dog, big slobber, an instant sub, Gerald. Thanks, man. Thanks for subbing. Flappy boy. Flappy boy. He actually responds to that too, y'all. I'll be like, come here, Flappy boy. So big boy, Flappy boy, Rainy. Sometimes we call him Rainy Bop. My wife thinks he looks like from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rocksteady and Bebop. She thinks he looks like Bebop, so she calls him Bop. So we say Rainy Bop. So he responds to Rainy Bop, everything. My dog slobber so much it came with the receipt. Duck, Duck's is talking about a video I did with him. So I wasn't here when it happened, but apparently I was. My dog walker was here, and Rain came out of the. I guess he must have came out of the doggy door, and when he came out, he had this long string of slobber coming down off his jaw, and at the end of that slobber was a receipt. And she thought it was so funny, so she took a picture and sent it to me, and I was like, and I made it into a shorts video, and I said, and I changed the tone of my voice, and I was like, my dog slobbers so much it come with a receipt. So that's what she's referring to. Raindrop. That's a good one too, actually. Those eyes. Yeah. Flappy boy. Big girl, big boy, Flappy boy, Rainy Bop, Bobster. That's the other name I call him, Bobster. And that's a alt from my wife's Bop name that she calls him. But he's got a massive head, though, guys. I mean, I think these videos don't do the size justice when you're dealing with dogs like this. In person, they're kind of unnerving. It's super unnerving. I think my Rottweiler, you know, if you're not used to seeing a big dog, I think my Rottweiler can be intimidating. But if you see this dude's face, man, he started walking towards you. I mean, that's not many people, unless you're used to this dog breed, can handle something that looks like that. I mean, them yellow eyes look like a doggone jaguar or something, you know. uh, anyway, guys, I've had fun with y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I need to go inside, and today's, I think it's homecoming for my daughter, so we're trying to get everything ready for her and all that stuff, and probably need to get her some food. So breed should be banned. Danner, you need to come. Hey, I need you to come on tomorrow morning, Danny, and let's talk about that, okay? Xfinity Gamer says I love the Rottweiler. Me too. That they are honestly, if we just only had Rottweilers, that's fine too. I do love that Connie Corso. Rottweilers are great, but you gotta know what you're getting into, y'all. But anyways, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I know there's some people that probably didn't even make comments, but they did give me thumbs ups, and I really appreciate y'all for that. You don't know how much that helps us whenever to have that support. So I really thank y'all for those thumbs up. I thank y'all for y'all's contributions and y'all listening to me rant, listen to me train, listen to me talk. And I will be back tomorrow morning. I'll try to do a lot earlier so it's not so hot for my dogs. But thank y'all. Thanks, Yvette. See ya. Boston Nova. What kind of? Oh man, you're late, Boston Nova. Can you come? Can you come in the morning? I'll be here and we talk about it. We can talk about my Roddy and my. See y'all tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Brad, for hanging out with us too, man. Appreciate you. Thanks, Duck. I don't know who else here that's my original crew, but thank y'all for hanging out with us. Okay, I'm out.